Everyone, it is time to create and make some layouts. I'm super excited. We're playing with Evergreen, which was in the past book. My theme for this one is my granddaughter's baby shower. And so she did a very winter theme because it was in December. And so let's get started. Let's have some fun. So let me talk a little bit about some things I've learned from other makers about how to get ready for scrapbooking and creating your pages. One, you've got to find a pattern, and there's lots of pattern books out there. Of course, we have some amazing pattern books. These layouts come with you can download a workshop with them, which is another way to get pre-cut things. But you want to, of course, pick your layout out, kind of figure out what your photos are going to be. And then the next thing is you want to do is, which I had never even really thought about this, but it makes so much sense, and I'm trying to adapt that to the way that I am scrapbooking now, is a lot of them take this sticker sheet and they cut them up. So they cut out all the individual pieces and then they put them in color sections. I did this one with let me get it here. So I take the die cut that came with this. You got a sheet of French vanilla and a sheet of natural or craft paper. And so I punched them all out. So they're all right here in that color family. But they're also doing that with these stickers, which I thought was an amazing idea because it gave you the freedom to just, okay, I want to put that with this project. I want to do that with that project. Then you're not like having to rethink and do all that. As you can see, I didn't cut this one up yet, but I thought it was a really good tip to have. The other thing they did is they did all their die cutting pieces or their Cricut cuts. And the one lady had this most amazing, it was a tray. And I would say it had 12 slots on it. It had a handle. It was metal. If you're familiar with Junk Gypsy, she got it from Junk Gypsy. But it had like 6 compartments and then 6 compartments. And it might have been only 5, but you get the gist. It had a lot. And they were good size that she just put all the colors in each of those. And I thought, duh, that makes so much sense. So here is not one done the way that I was talking about it, but how you take a sticker sheet and just cut it up. And so then you'd put these in the natural colors, and this maybe in the greens. So, and this in the lagoon. Of course, this is Skylark, but now I'm not sure how I'm going to do the zip strips that come on these. And the little words. That's why that one isn't cut yet. But I really like that idea because then all your pieces are on your work table and you're ready to go to create your layout. All you have to do is grab. You don't have to go make it at the time you're making your layout, if that makes sense. So yes, it does take a little pre-planning. It helps immensely if you know what your photos are going to be. I will say, knowing that I'm going to do a baby shower, this made, and I have lots of photos, so I knew I wanted to put lots of photo mats on mine. So it kind of depends on how you want to make it work for you, okay? So anyway, we are playing with some French vanilla paper. And of course, we're playing with the Evergreen. And you know, I've always said this from day one, is I always get the mix-ins because sometimes you just need to add another pattern or another slight color, and the mix-ins, no matter what book, goes with both those pattern papers in that book. So you always have that. So for sure on this layout I'm going to show you, it is definitely one that I use the mix-ins because I needed a little bit more neutral to it. So let's get started. Let me tell you, the first one, you're going to take a piece of, this is going to be your main focal on your cards. And so you're just going to take a solid piece and you're going to cut one at 7 1/4 by 12, and then your second piece is your piece left over. So you have that, okay? So you have that piece. Then I have a piece of pattern paper that is, must be 4 7/8. Don't you love that one? Give or take. And 4 3/4. So you have that piece. And then I have a piece of the mix-in. This is, oh no, excuse me, this isn't a mix-in. I apologize. I thought this was a mix-in. Maybe this isn't the layout I did it. This is also a pattern piece. And this piece is 5 by 7 1/4. So you have that piece also. I just realized I forgot to cut a zip strip. Did that bother you? Okay, so I think we have all those pieces. I'm looking at my table because if you saw my table, you'd like, really, Wanda? I didn't think you created like that. The other thing that I would highly recommend, and we go in and out. For you that have scrapbooked with me for a while, we do this back and forth, and that is taking ink, and I set it on my workstation, but for the life of me, you should see, I can't find it. You're going to want, oh, isn't that bizarre? Well, here we are hunting for an ink pad. Can't be far, right? It's got to be right here. Didn't get up and walk off my table. You'd be wondering though, huh? Oh, that is amazing. Anyway, you want to take and go ahead and ink up your edges of your pattern paper. So no, I do not recommend opening your ink pad over your spot, but that's okay. So I purposely did not do the bottom edge of this. And you can go ahead, I know these are going to be covered, but sometimes it just makes it easier to know. I just use a little finger dauber, and a little ink goes a long way. I've even come back like a day or two later, and there's still enough ink. Not if you had a big area by any means. But this is all the kind of the prep stuff you want to do ahead of time so that when you're ready to get that page, you have success. I would really challenge you. Someone challenged me, and I'm, yes, we're into week, technically week 2 of the new year. and they're doing a page a week. So that a page, not a double page, a page a week. So that's 52 layouts. And if you were doing a calendar, that's amazing. And it's also a great way to use up your scraps. So that's another win-win. And be sure and ink up your green also. I'm making sure I did all the edges. Sometimes I don't do an edge if I know I'm going to put it somewhere else. You know, I'm going to hide it. And then you want to just add some adhesive and get that. And it's just going to go flush to the edge of the page so that you have it like that, okay? And then I am going to anchor this one down, even though I'm going to put something on top of it. But you should be able to see how that inking of the edge really makes this pop a little bit, okay? And then I have this piece that I am going to slide just a little bit under here. And this is mainly because I thought it was a little bit too negative of a piece, leaving this French vanilla by itself. Now, if you're okay with it, that's fine. There's no harm, no foul there. And I'm just going to, I don't put a lot of adhesive when I'm laying things down right away, because I'm going to, I am going to add more to it. So every little bit helps. Now on this, I will add a little bit more because in past experiences, I find that it has a tendency to have a loop in the middle. Let me make sure I have that on the 7. And this one needs to come up. So I like the 7 mark there. So that is your basic layout. And then you can create and go from there on what you want to do. So for me, I have done a series of photo mats already. And so she had black and dark green and natural colors and a little bit of off-white. And so I know I'm doing all my photo mats in black. Now you could definitely pick up the acorn or a mocha brown. Maybe your photos are going to be for hiking or something else in that line. Then that would work for you. So this is a 4.5 by 9.5 piece of black cardstock. And it actually is going to fit your photos on here. And remember, my place cards are not anchored to my black. That's why they always look a little wonky, because I know I am going to maybe take these up, or I'll put a photo on it, and if I'm going to do so, then I'm going to anchor it harder, okay? And so then I wanted something in, oh, let me get back here. So then I have this piece that's going to go here. Now, yes, you could have done just a little strip of zip strip, but again, for the ease of everyone trying to figure out what they want to do for your photos to make them work for you, I did the full length of a zip strip. But you know that trick to do this and this, whatever dimension that is, if you need that, so you're not, then you still have a section of that photo strip. So then I took a piece of French vanilla and I hand cut it out, and I'm gonna just take my ink and just rub. See how I'm not even putting any more ink on it? I'm just adding color to my circle just to make it stick out. Yes, I know it has a hole in it, but it's going to work for what I need it to work. It'll be just fine because I'm going to cover this up. I think I'm gonna come in like this. Maybe I'll come this way a little bit more. Yeah, I like that better. Okay, and then move this down a little bit. Okay. So I like that placement. So I'm just going to go ahead and add adhesive there. Okay, I am pretty comfortable with where I'm putting these. So I am going to add my adhesive, and so that it holds its place card. So it's pretty much at the 6.5, not quite 6.5 spot. And I want to make sure I have. And I'm definitely not doing flushed edges. Oh, biscuits. I bet you have never done that before, huh? Ha ha. I don't want a flush edge here. I'm going to offset it just a smidge. Now, if you wanted a gap in there, oh, by all means, put a gap in there. There's no big deal there. And then I really liked some of these stickers, and oh, biscuits. And I need to put this on the powder puff. I wish I had my photos already done, but you know, first time baby, grandma, mom. There's a few photos. All of you know how that goes. Kind of like this Winter Wishes. And I need something under it. So what do I have? Oh, let's look in. Let's see. I'm doing mainly... Maybe I'll do this. Do I like that? Bring this down a little bit. Oh yeah, I like that. So I'm going to go ahead and stick those down. And then I am going to, there are some stars on this page. Some fun ones. And then I'm just going to, and I need one more. I need a dark one. Oops. Paper got peeled off. This is one of the Cricut cuts. I don't like that one. And this one might be too big. Yep. Let's see what this one looks like. I don't think I want the black. I think it's a little too heavy. So let me see what else I have. I'm trying not to introduce too many more colors. Maybe I like that. Okay. And then stick that down like that. Okay. And Do, 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 do. I'm trying to decide. I might okay, I think I'm going to leave that for right now. I'm not sure what you know me. Maddie is as likes the sparkles as much as I do, even though we have a little boy, Wade. I will probably put a few sparkles on that. So I'm going to set that page aside. We'll come back to it. Now for the next page, I did not want you guys to watch me glue this title on here. This was, I punched in, this was her, her invitation. And so this, I didn't want to punch, so I just punched the saying out on Cricut, and this is what it came up with. Now you can see this is about 7 1/8 by 4, and again just inked it up. You already know my extra cut because that was left over from the page. And I know for a fact this time I did not ink up this inner section. Oops. Because I knew I was covering it. And it's just a preference whether you want to do that or not. Some people just like to have it all done. They don't have to think about it and try to remember that when they put it on. The other thing is when you're doing a pattern, be sure and make sure that you are lining your pattern up the same way that you have it on your previous page. You know, I know this for a reason, right? But, so that's her title. And again, I think it needs a little bit of pizzazz. I took that gray and I'm going to put these little two here. And then I am not photo matting these because one, it will be too dark on here. And I think the photos will pop off that green. She had a very, if you're familiar with our area, her shower was at Camp Quanalong, so it's a very, very much a great outdoorsy, which is Maddie all the way, even though she likes her glamour. But it gives you that natural look, which I was thrilled when I saw this paper. I thought, oh, this is going to be perfect for that. So 3/4, 3/4. And there, oops, nah, that one moved. 3/4. Okay, so we have it like that. And these are going to, and I'm, you know, you wouldn't have to, but I think it kind of gives you a little definition by using the gray pattern paper that I had on the other page. It just brings that in. Maybe you don't have as big a title as I have, then I would advise you to add that gray piece here so that you have that, or a big circle or something to carry that look across, okay? And like I said, you guys didn't need to see me glue this down with all of that. So let's, I think I want to see if this one is going to pop right there. I think it is. I am going to put this on my powder puff. And what that does, if you're not familiar, it just takes the sticky of the sticker off so that you can add foam tape, or you can layer it easier without having to stick it all the time. And then I think I'm going to do something like, oh, hello. Forgot that powder on that. Talk about the powder and then I forget about the powder, right? So and I think I'm not going to take too much away, but yet it will lend itself to the other one. I am not going to, and I could have left the sticker on here, but I wasn't really sure. I am not going to all right. Look at that. Look how cool that is. Now you have lots of cool pieces in this die cut. It's killing me not to use the flowers and not to use the snowflakes. But I'll have other ways to use them. And by all means, I've used them in the other layouts. So on this one, I didn't use them. And because I didn't have any natural elements on this page, I didn't want to do that. I know for a fact I am going to come in and add some bling. So this is of course the left-hand page. This is the right-hand page. And so you have this green color going through. So you have it going, you know, you have that look. You have a little element of black, and then you're carrying off your lighter colors. I think it turned out really good. I hope you enjoy it. I hope the tips that I gave you at the beginning about doing a lot of the prep work, so when you're ready, you can go boom, 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 and your layout's done. Yes, it takes a little pre-planning, but I think it's worth it in the end. I really do. I think you'll have more success because we can always ink up stuff or cut a sticker sheet, or, you know, while you're sitting down watching a program or listening to an audiobook, whatever, it gives you that opportunity. Happy crafting. Be sure and check out the things on my website. Unfortunately, this paper is gone, but you can use these same patterns with any paper. Anyway, let me know. Don't forget to subscribe if you're liking what you see. Tell your friends. Come join in on the fun. Until next time. Bye, guys.